If you've had a hard time finding someone that you really appreciate and that you feel a chemistry for and it's not reciprocated with them, there's a good chance that what they see in you, how they perceive you, how the types of behavior that come out from you when you're with this person are being misunderstood. In other words, I think it's very common when I talk to men that they kind of put their categories of women into different types. And usually there's 4 or 5 types that most guys have. And different men bring out different behaviors in you. So you might be with one guy and you might be the most pure-hearted, kind person in the world, just kind of waiting on the sides. Whereas with another guy, you can be mean, you can be crass, you can be crude. They trigger different things in you. But this is especially for if you find someone that you're really attracted to, it's worthwhile to back up and say, okay, what am I doing? What am I contributing? Instead of blaming all men of this age or all men in, modern dating, or whatever, which is very commonly what I hear from women. They blame the guys, but I think those very same women are not in touch with what category or typecast they're playing. So I want to go through common scenarios of typecast first. The first one is the mom. Do you have to mother this guy? Are you giving him counsel? Are you, like being his safe space? Are you doing the things mom would do, like making sure he eats well, making sure he looks good, making sure he has time for this, trying to kind of mother him? Because although the guy will react to that, he'll like that sometimes, he's not going to be interested in dating that type of person. Secondly, the caretaker. Are you his caretaker, his housekeeper? Does he lay his clothes all over and you come along and you're picking up stuff? You moved in with him hoping something would happen, or he moved in with you and nothing's happening, but you have become the daily maid? Yeah, that might be helpful for him. He may like that. He may get comfortable. He may want to hang out and watch Netflix. Doesn't mean he's interested in you as his potential partner for life. The mean one. Sometimes some people trigger this crude, this mean spirit in you. And there's all these books out there, every man loves a bitch. Yeah, only if you have low self-esteem. And if you're successful with that, more than likely the guy you're with has a low self-esteem. And what will happen in that relationship, you will assume all the power. And before you know it, you won't be feminine at all anymore. You'll be the guy of the family. You'll be planning the events. You'll be taking care of all the details. God forbid you get married, everything will be on you. So really, would you want a life with this person always having to act like a bitch or being mean? I don't think so. Or the one waiting in the background. There's so many women I know of that are like that. And they call these guys friends. And they say, well, the best relationships start out with friendships. Yes, they do. But being a friend doesn't mean you're just waiting. And when they're in town, oh yeah, come to my place. Sure, we'll spend the night. Oh, I get to go to France? Okay, I'll fly to France. But basically, you're still in the background. Because if you weren't, and you wanted to be with this person, you'd have a ring on your finger. You wouldn't still be in this same situation. Now, I have nothing against being friends, but I do have something against being used as a friend, as a comfort person, when inside you, you want this person to see you as a potential partner, to prioritize you, to give you that respect. I think women deserve that, and I think you deserve that. And because I think that, I believe that that's probably what you really want, but you're just not sure how to go after it. No matter what typecast you're playing right now, you can change it. If you're willing to refocus it, if you're willing to look at yourself, then you can change it in his mind, his view, and his heart. So here's what you do. First of all, you have to figure out which of these categories you're in, and you can only do that if you start talking to him and be observant of what you're putting out there. Are you his caretaker? Are you his mom? You know, does he only respond if you get mad? I mean, these are some examples of what it might look like if you are being if you're being typecasted in one of these roles. You know, take a step back and ask yourself these questions. Are you always listening to this guy's problems? Are you always ready to make like brownies or cakes or his favorite food when he has a bad day? Do you always agree to meet every time he has to hang out? Are you always available? I mean, I think for women that are always available, you're setting yourself up. You don't have a life. You're telling him by your behavior, you know, you are my everything. That's a power play. You're giving it all to him. And I don't think that's going to be in your best interest. Does he know much about you other than your name and what you do? Does he know your favorite color? Does he know your favorite food? Does he offer to make your favorite food? Does he offer to take you out to eat? Does he know you're vegan? Or does he still try and go to meat places and then ask you if you want a salad? These are the little subtle things that make a big difference. Change things up. You know, no matter where you see yourself in that, no biggie. This is a good thing. Change it up. If you've been his mom, cut him off. Start being more like what a girlfriend would be. A girlfriend is not a mom. They expect the guy to step up and do for them what they do for him. In other words, they've got to see efforts. Moms work without much effort from their kids. You have to change that. You cannot be in a relationship where all the effort is coming from you. I think make yourself scarce more than anything. When a guy has space, he starts thinking. And if you're always available without even telling him verbally, you're telling him, I'm yours. I'm easy. You can have me whenever. I don't make big, it's not a problem. Yeah, I'm not sure I would do that. You're a precious being. And not only are you precious, but you deserve someone who sees you that way. Have your own life intact. Have something you're going to do. Be out of town. Go away. Be a little bit mysterious. If you're always in the background, doesn't mean that he doesn't appreciate you. Just means he's not curious. That can change. When you make yourself less available, when you have your own life, they get more curious somehow. Get passionate about something else. Some other hobby, some other interest. Join a project. Do something that you give yourself more so to than this relationship. Because honestly, you shouldn't invest in a relationship till it's really clear that both people are in it. And if you're doing all the work, then he's still shopping. Let him show himself to you. In other words, make him do some of the work. How does he feel? You don't have to pull it out of him. If it's not coming out of him, move on. I mean, who wants to be with someone they have to do all the work for? This is a person that isn't emotionally mature. He's not going to be able to be a co-partner with you if he can't get his life together, if he cannot cooperate and put effort into the relationship. Allow him to feel that he can win with you. And that's a little bit difficult if you're just allowing him to take advantage of you. Make it known that you expect a lot from him, that you will never expect more from him, though, than you expect from yourself, too. Do it as we're both going to put into the relationship, and that's going to afford you a big win. I think what's really important is if he has you in a role, the only way you can refocus the relationship is to look at the role you're playing with him and start working to get out of it. Present him more of a role, like a partnership, if that's what you want. If this video is helpful for you, please subscribe. And if you're already a subscriber, thank you so much.